my questions. The first one that I've been dying to ask is, in your opinion, what are the top 3 qualities a teacher trainer should have?
Well, that's a great question. I think the most important thing for a trainer to do is to develop their subject knowledge about training. So learning about training methodologies and how to deliver input sessions, I think that's the most important aspect of being a teacher trainer. And you can do that by taking courses, or you can do it by just reading about teacher training. So you can learn about training methodologies like the loop input approach by Tessa Woodward or the reflective cycle by Michael Wallace. So yeah, I think it's very important to first learn about those different methodologies of delivering input sessions and how actually teachers learn and develop. But I think the second most important quality that every teacher trainer should have is the ability to learn how to observe and how to give feedback to teachers. So teacher trainers can develop their ability to structure their feedback in a way that makes teachers less defensive and more open to their feedback. Also, as a teacher trainer, it's important to know how to observe teachers and what kind of notes you should take and what you should focus on when you observe a lesson, and what should you ignore also during observing a lesson. So, for example, what type of questions should a teacher trainer ask during the feedback session, and how they can guide the teacher to actually do more of self-reflection on their own teaching. And I would say the third quality would be being flexible and being adaptable. So once you learn all these methodologies about how to deliver training and how teachers actually learn, and once you learn how to structure your feedback and how to observe teachers, you have to be flexible because there isn't one single methodology or structure that can work for every teacher. So you have to be very flexible and you have to adapt your approach according to the teacher you're dealing with.
What is the best advice you could give to a new teacher trainer or teacher supervisor?
Well, I think the best advice would be for teacher trainers to be as supportive as possible and to put themselves in the teacher's shoes. So it's very important to maybe not be too harsh on teachers, especially new teachers, right? So we want to be as supportive as possible. So for example, when you provide feedback after, observing a teacher, try to give 1 or 2 suggestions only for the teacher to work on. Don't really highlight every single aspect of the lesson that didn't go well, because that can be very discouraging for teachers and maybe demotivating. So I would say stick to 1 or 2, maybe 3 action points for the teacher to develop and work on. And part of being supportive is always eliciting from the teacher first what they think about their lesson and how it went, and allowing them to really reflect on their own teaching before you provide your own feedback. So yeah, I think that would be the best advice I can give new teachers or supervisors.
Definitely very useful and helpful. Thank you so much for sharing that valuable information. And for anyone else that wants to join the teacher trainer courses, the first step to apply is to send your CV to our email and we'll get back to you soon.